3 years ago, on the 17th of October 2021, this little man here, has started streaming. And I've learned 5 lessons along the way, which I would like to share with you. These lessons will be mainly about YouTube, about content creation, and about what's very important, change. Lesson number 1. YouTube is more difficult than you might expect. In those 3 years, I have created over 1,000 pieces of content. 718 of those were streams. 696 of those again were study with me streams. I've created 203 shorts and 86 videos. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's almost 1 piece of content being published every single day. I don't think that there are many other creators who kept that up over a 3-year period. Almost 1 piece of content every single day. That's crazy. It's absurd and was a lot of work. Over that period of time, over 3 years, this channel has accumulated 248,000 views, and I don't know why, but you guys like my content apparently. You spent on it for 36,700 hours. You watched this face, and sometimes a little lag as well, for 36,700 hours. Yeah, well, thank you, I appreciate you all, really. And that sounds a lot, really. It does, and it is a lot, and I appreciate it once again. But if you break it down, 1,000 pieces of content, 248,000 views, that's 248 views on average per piece of content. That's not a lot. I never went viral, really. I was never able to sustain any form of growth on YouTube, even though I put in the work. I was super patient with myself, as I'm always saying, and I watched these tutorials about how to create better content. I went into storytelling, lighting, even got a ring light here, and so on, into how do I make my background look better, whatever. I was never able to create actual good content that the algorithm pushed to anyone. I never made it, which is very sad, very disappointing. Nevertheless, there are a couple of achievements along the way, which leads me to lesson number 2. That would be YouTube won't likely lead you to riches. Also not super important to some students out there, but maybe some upcoming YouTubers. And that's how I started as well. Like, I kind of would have liked to get rich with YouTube, but I'm not. And you get some insights into my analytics in just a bit. Nevertheless, the success that I talked about is that we reached the 1,000 subscriber threshold. I got monetized. For the first time ever, I received money just off Google AdSense. Woo! Man, believe me, it took me roughly 1.5 years to get to that point, to get to being monetized. And it was an achievement, and it is an achievement. So many other small creators out there who strive for that and sometimes never reach it because they give up before it. I pulled through, created over 1,000 pieces of content, but then on day 1, when I got monetized, and the first money that I actually made off YouTube, well now, hold on tight, okay? It was 3 cents. 3 cents, everyone. 3 cents on the first day of making money on YouTube. Okay, well, life goes on. 3 cents, that's just the first day. The first month, then, on the other hand, was already 100x that. 3 years and 1 cent. Wow. I know, right? Come on. It keeps going. Second month, August 2023, when I got monetized, or after I got monetized, was 11 years and 74 cents. Wow. And that is a growth of already 400% now. It keeps on going because the growth went on until July this year, 2024, where I made 27 euros and 61 cents on YouTube. That's great. For the first time ever, I received a YouTube paycheck, twice actually by now, where you need to meet a threshold of 70 euros. Otherwise, you don't get a payout of YouTube. It's just the way it is. It's just too small of an amount in total now. And maybe some people find that interesting, some others maybe don't. But I personally think that is quite interesting also with small creators. In total of YouTube, I've made 153 euros and 15 cents, which I'm exceptionally grateful for, because all of that is coming from you guys. All of that is you watching that video, clicking on it and watching a couple of ads, and there are even a couple of them out there, which I just like say thank you to them. But we need to break this down right now, okay? Because 153 euros might sound like a lot, but first of all, it was over a period of 1 year, and wouldn't be a problem if I wouldn't upload that much in that period. But I've spent 5,000 hours just on camera. I'm not kidding, you can look it up, you can count everything up. It was at least 5 hours of studying, 5 1,000 hours of streaming, of working, of publishing content, of creating content, which brings me to an hourly wage, everyone. And now you really want to sit down because, hey, it's gonna be a big number. An hourly wage of 3 cents. Wow. That's incredible. We've got a system in Germany where you buy when you buy a bottle of water, for example, or just overall bottles, can be glass bottles, plastic bottles, whatever, and you basically need to pay 25 cents on those bottles extra to the overall price, yeah, and then you can return those bottles and you can get those 25% extra back again. Now, some people don't care about those 25s and just throw it away, and in particular homeless people, they can earn money with that kind of system. They just collect those type of bottles and then return it to shops, to supermarkets, throw them in, and then get 25 cents and then buy themselves something. Well, let's just say that if I would have collected those bottles as a homeless person, I would have made more money than I would have by making YouTube videos. So, lesson number 2, YouTube won't lead you to any riches is definitely true. Because it won't. Nevertheless, still exceptionally grateful and proud to be able to do this, to be able to stream when I'm studying. Thank you to you all. And the reason for that is lesson number 3. Because content, creating content, will help you discover yourself. That's a quite interesting thing that I needed to learn over a long period of time, but other creators will probably agree with me. You dive into your own conscious and ask yourself the question, hey, what do I actually want? Because people want to see content, you would like to see content, but what do they want to see? What do I want to create? And I found that in this 3-year period of streaming and working, I want to write books and publish them. In that period of time, I wrote a book, didn't publish it yet. I want to start a business, grow a business for it to be successful. I have started a business by now. It is not very successful, that I can tell you. Then, number 3, I want to create cinematic videos for me to upload on YouTube, not on this channel, but on the channel Not Just Someone, which are kind of like movie-like films. Yeah, I've done that, and there are more coming in the future. Filmed, just need to be edited, just being busy, and so on. Now, I also want to learn, I want to study on how to become the best version of myself. Something that I encourage you to do the same. How do you become the best version of yourself? Good question. And that's what I'm preaching right here. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm educating students like you on becoming the better version by achieving the academic goals and grades that you wish. At least that's what I'm trying to encourage you all to do, which is wonderful, which is really great, and that's what I like to do. And that's step number 1, but nevertheless, it leads to lesson number 4. Step number 1 leads to lesson number 4. YouTube can lead to a beautiful as well as a very hateful place and community. I've experienced both. The beautiful and amazing human beings are currently in the chat. Some people have been here since the beginning of this project. Joined in between, joined just a couple of weeks ago, but you are all amazing human beings. The thing is, there have been people who were not quite the best. And I would like to give you a story. A couple of weeks after streaming, was like January 2022, a person joined and then a couple of other people joined, which was a big thing for me because I didn't have any viewers back then, or barely any viewers. We had lovely conversations and overall studied together like we are doing it right here, really. And it turned out, after like talking to them for a bit longer, they even joined Discord then that a couple of people, like up to 5, 6, 7 people, were all the same individual, which might sound like a very silly thing to you and not a lot and so on, but hey, I was a small creator, a couple of views, and suddenly all these couple of viewers were just one person, one stranger who just made fun of me the entire time and had different conversations with them. That was just weird. That was like schizophrenia at its peak, not from me, but like from them, because they were all different, had all different personalities and so on. It was so weird. It was scary, genuinely scary. That is why I'm even more grateful for the community that we have right now. That's the thing. For every negative person, there are 100 amazing ones. And that makes this whole journey absolutely worth it. They're the ones who make the creator experience worth it. Like, not just the ones, like you're watching it right now, but also like the experience that you have right now, but also my experience, because I just see a camera, you just see a screen, of course, but like you're the ones who I'm talking to, right? Like you're the ones who we're having fun with kind of during the Study With Me streams. and why the study with me streams are so enjoyable. So the hundreds of messages that I'm getting every single month, for example, every single period of time, about that I should keep going and that I should not change and that is absolutely worth it and so on, made me keep going, and that's amazing. So I kept going for 3 years. The thing is, the harsh truth is, YouTube changes you. That's lesson number 5. YouTube changes you. I am not the same as I have been when I started 3 years ago. Let's reminisce the past a little bit. Not quite sure if you ever scroll down, but I changed physically. I look different, literally look different. I didn't have a beard. Now, me without a beard, I would look really young, believe me. Even though this one is not well groomed and whatever, but I would look really, really young. My hair was a bit shorter, and I had it in front of my eyes, kind of like, I can't do it anymore, kind of like that. I looked a bit silly. I did not even wear the clothes that I did want to wear, like this one here, for example. I created that design. This is genuinely what I'm standing behind, and back then I didn't. Yeah, so there were definitely physical changes, things that you could see on camera, but there were also mental and emotional changes, which is crazy. First of all, I started my business because of YouTube, because you need to start a business. Yeah, because you're earning money off YouTube, so you need to pay taxes and so on it, so you need to start a business. It's fine, it was great, it was me getting out of my comfort zone. Then I met this community, you guys, thanks. You once again make this great experience happen. And thirdly, I met my girlfriend as well. Weirdly enough, but I met my girlfriend on pretty much YouTube. Crazy. From that point, I traveled because of my girlfriend and meeting her and so on. I traveled back and forth in between the UK and Germany, which I'm also exceptionally grateful for, that I'm able to do that. So this is nothing I take for granted. The thing is, not just me physically changed, me mentally changed, I also changed emotionally. My goals changed in total. I'm not the same person that I have been back in the days when I just wanted to improve my grades. Nope. 3 years have passed. I have more responsibilities now. I actually need to earn money to sustain my living. Not to get rich, but to sustain my living. To move out of my parents' place. To have a place for myself. The older you get, the more responsibilities you also have. Nevertheless, and I still do receive these uplifting, amazing messages every single day, which kept me going. And now for once, I need to say that there were, in this case, a bit harmful. 23 days ago, at the moment of enough is enough. In particular, it came when I hiked the West Highland Way. Officially, I did it, even though I lost my knees along the way and a couple of limbs. I did not, don't worry, that was just a joke. It was 9 days of me being outside and being away from the camera, being away from you, being away from everything that I've done for 3 years. And that's a big change, but it also changed me again inside. Then I officially made the decision to also change some things regarding this content. I was just constantly going live every single day because I had to go live, not because I wanted to go live, to sustain some form of streak. And I don't want to sustain some form of streak for the sake of the streak. I want to sustain some form of quality for the sake of the enjoyability. Very important, but I've forgotten about it along the way. And that leads me to today, because today is a day to enjoy, to party, because it is our birthday, the birthday of the channel Just Someone, which is amazing, but it's also the day of change. And I would like to announce a couple of things. I'm going to start by asking the question, how can I help you in the most efficient and reliant way possible? That's fun for you, because the Study With Me streams are fun for you, but how is it also fun for me, that I'm able to sustain doing content on YouTube in the first place? And I found some form of an answer, and that would be that I will need to, because of mental health, emotional health, because of financial setbacks, not kidding, I will need to draw back with the Study With Me live streams. Instead of streaming 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, it will maybe just be 2, and 1 I can guarantee you. But that won't be a Study With Me live stream, there will be a study chat. That's something that is going to be new, something that I have also teased in the last few weeks. I've done some research about studying and how to study and so on, and I would like to talk to you about it. I would like to chat with you about the topic studying itself. In particular, now I need to read this out loud, time management, procrastination and focus, motivation, how to revise effectively, how to take notes in class, how to make studying and much more enjoyable. I think those are topics that could interest you as well. It is literally better content than I've ever brought out. I can guarantee you with that, because I will like the content that I will produce, so we'll spend more energy and time doing it. Hope you join me along the way.